Hey, I'm going to do a little bit of a review of Lobloo. So Lobloo is a company that makes groin protection. They make both male and female groin guards. This is amazing because nobody makes female groin guards. And then the people who do make groin guards just don't make reasonable ones. They're just these like giant crazy pads. But Lobloo has been in the market for a long time. I've actually been on the Lobloo bandwagon for a long time, so I've actually seen a few iterations of it in the time that I've been wearing it. But because I have a generally termed female body, I'm going to be talking about the female groin guard. For kind of general purposes, I don't want to be too cumbersome about this, but basically the groin guards are going to be called male and female groin guards, but obviously they're designed for bodies with testicles and bodies without testicles. So if you identify as male or female in opposite ends of those, go with what goes with the anatomy. For the sake of ease, I'm going to be talking about male and female guards, just in terms of their shape. When you buy a Lobloo, it comes in this pack, and you can actually wash it in this, which is really, really convenient. This is the classic Aeroslim, and they've actually changed it a slight bit since it first came out. When I first got it, it's this nice flexible plastic in this shape. It only comes in this color, but it's a good color. And it's a nice hard plastic. It's very lightweight, which is nice. The changes that they've made is that they've added this rubber band that goes around the outside that's actually removable for when you wash it, but you want to keep this on because you don't want the edges digging into you. And then they've changed the strap a little bit in a really nice way. It's got these little like rubber parts on it here that they're not tacky, but they stick to your clothes a little bit better, so it keeps the strap from like rolling, which is really nice. When you first get it, it comes not assembled. So you're gonna have your straps in a bag, and then you have the actual piece in a bag. This is the new one. This is called Freestyle. So this is the Aeroslim, which is traditional classic, and this is the new Free. You can see the Free is a little bit shorter, but other than that, it like grafts directly on it. It's just got this little bit of a longer piece here. I've been wearing, actually, I got the Freestyle about, I think a full year, maybe 2 years before it came out. So I was wearing this in fights for a really, really long time, and I actually prefer it slightly. Mine was gray when I first got it. The rubber part around the outside is not detachable on this one. So on the classic Aeroslim, you can take the rubber part off, and on the new Free, it's attached. So mine was gray. The old style that I got was gray, and that's what this looks like, and this is what I wear for fights. The new one is this kind of midnight blue, which is really cool. It's the same hard material. It's just, again, it's a little bit shorter, and it's got a little bit of these like pieces cut out, so it's even lighter than the Aeroslim, more lightweight. I am a small person. Like, I'm just, everything about me is really small. I have small hands. I have small like arm to, you know, like forearm to hand kind of thing. So everything about me is really, really small. I don't know if that's why I like the Freestyle slightly more than I like the Aeroslim, which is a little bit longer. Honestly, I wear both. I wear this in sparring every single day. And the reason I did that was out of convenience, so I could keep it in my bag, because I had the Freestyle that I wore in my fights. So I just had this in like my fight bag, and then I had this in my regular bag for sparring. Because I'm so small, that might be why I prefer the slightly shorter version of the Freestyle. But I want to emphasize that these are not sizes. Like, you don't need to worry about what size you are in a Lobloo. It is one size fits all completely. The elastic bands are actually quite long that they come with. I cut mine, so like I fit it to myself, and then I cut it so that I don't have so much left over. And as you can see, I've put a little bit of tape on the end of the one that I wear in sparring, just so that it doesn't like slip through the holes. It's just a way to like keep it fitted to the size that I generally have it. It is one size fits all. You don't have to think about what size am I in a Lobloo. The slightly shorter Free size might be slightly more comfortable. Like, I honestly, it's like people who think they know the difference between Pepsi and Coke in a blind taste test. You probably won't be able to feel much of a difference. I just slightly prefer the shorter one, and it might be because I'm super tiny, I don't know. But if you're on the website and you're looking at the two different styles of Lobloo, do not worry about the size, what size you are. There's no size in Lobloo. You might You might like the slightly longer one just because it gets slightly more coverage because it's a little bit longer. Or you might like the slightly shorter one because the exact same reason it gets slightly less coverage. The old one that I've been wearing for years doesn't have that little tacky material, so this is like the older strap. I actually have been wearing this one in sparring for like not that long now, maybe like 4 months. I had one that I wore for like 2 years in sparring and it got ratty. This part never wears out. This part is never a problem. The rubber kind of changed color in the way that like your Tupperware will slightly, but I only had to change the straps. So this is a new one that I had sent, and so I'm using a newer one. This one's only a couple of months old, but the older one that I was wearing for years, this part completely unchanged, like not even scratched. You can use it forever. You just might occasionally, like every couple of years, have to change out your straps or something. And you just throw it in a washing machine in its washing bag and it's really convenient. I have worn a steel cup before. People have been commenting on this on some of my videos about the steel cup. As someone with a non-testicle body, it doesn't make sense to wear a concave, like this totally convex shape of the steel cup. There's nothing to fill it, like there's no reason to have that. So it's actually just the edges and it's really heavy. So if you are a person who has testicles and needs to wear a male groin guard, Lobloo makes male groin guards as well that are made from this same plastic. So it's really lightweight. And because it's this flexible plastic, it disperses the impact much better than a metal cup does. When you hit a metal cup, I kind of like that your opponent can hurt themselves on your cup. I find that very cool. You like break their foot on your cup. But the impact it's like hitting a car with no bumper. It's just this like railing it right into that spot and it can kind of like hit the edges. The flexible plastic of a Lobloo in the male or female groin guard disperses that really well. A slight political statement about wearing a female groin guard if you have a non-testicle body. People only care about protecting testicles as this like the family jewels, and like it's very weird that it's like the weakest part of the body and yet it has this like male virilence to it to be hurt there. Yes, it hurts for people with non-testicles to get hit there. It hurts a lot. And I think that now we can use the word women politically. Women, because of patriarchy, are not taught that A, that is a dangerous spot to get hit, or that is a painful place to get hit, or that is a place that you need to protect yourself. So a lot of women don't, A, know that there is equipment to protect them, and B, don't know that they can protect themselves with that. So a lot of people, when they finally first see this, they're really excited and they're like, I didn't even know that there was a groin guard for women, which is really cool. So get this, never forget to wear it, because honestly you get hit once and it's just so awful. But I made a post recently that I don't wear my mouthpiece when I'm sparring with Yod Kunpan every day, just because it's kind of this like informal, like we go hard, like we're hitting each other in the faces and stuff, but I don't wear my mouthpiece. I always wear it in a fight, but I don't wear it in sparring. I never, ever, ever forget my Lobloo. And the reason for that is that in wearing it, in actually protecting that part of my body, I don't do unconscious things to protect it. So if you know that it hurts to get hit there, or you've been raised in Western society where we kind of like tuck our groins away from each other to be polite, you will unconsciously distort your body in order to protect that area. So you end up like tucking your hips or like keeping your hips back, like your ass back kind of thing. If I'm not wearing a mouthpiece, I can still clench my jaw and tuck my chin, and that's actually good form. That's good technique. So not wearing a mouthpiece, the things I do to protect myself when not wearing a mouthpiece are good technique. The things I would do to protect myself when not wearing a groin guard, unconsciously trying to protect that part of my body, are bad technique. They're putting your hips back. They're not really throwing your kick. It's like not splaying yourself. So for me, in my experience of wearing the Lobloo versus not wearing the Lobloo, I feel far more free. In the same way that some people, when they wear a mouthpiece, because you can bite down on it, you can charge in. You're like, I got my mouthpiece in. I'm willing to take hits that I probably wouldn't take if you forgot your mouthpiece, kind of thing. One bit of warning that I would give you is that when you first get it and you're assembling it and you have these like super long straps, it's not hard to put together. It comes with these little instructions that kind of look like IKEA in terms of like just how you thread it through. It's super easy. Once you get it adjusted to yourself, you can kind of like tie knots in it to keep it in that form. But here's my warning. If you're gonna be wearing this in fights where you can't stop and like fix something easily, especially if you're not a male, they're not gonna stop the fight to let you fix your groin guard, whereas men can stop and fix their groin guard because they don't know that women are even wearing it. Your straps might be hard to figure out at first in terms of how tight you want them. So especially these ones that go around your legs, if you don't tie knots in the front to keep them where they are, as you're fighting and moving around, sparring, whatever the thing is, they can actually get loose and kind of slip down a little bit. So you just want to use it live in sparring and in training a couple of times before you bring it into a fight with you to make sure that you have it adjusted properly for your body, and then it'll just stay the way that it is for the most part, especially if you put these little extra knots and stuff all around it to keep it in that position. I felt like there was one more thing I wanted to say about this that now I can't remember, having to do with training with it and sparring with it. Oh, it's how I wear it. So I live in a pretty conservative culture in Thailand. What I wear when I train and fight is generally I have underwear and then undershorts and then my shorts. I wear this over the undershorts, so it's like the second layer that I wear them over. The reason I do that is actually mostly out of convenience. For a while I had to like go find a bathroom to put my Lobloo on because I don't want to be like dropping my shorts in front of people, even though I'm wearing over shorts. It's culturally just kind of like people are going to be staring at you. It was super inconvenient, especially at like festival fights, to have to find the bathroom to go put my Lobloo on. So I just wear it over my undershorts and then put my shorts on over it. When I'm sparring, like when I'm training, I just put it on over my shorts. So this is what I wear when I'm like here sparring with Yodkun Pan. I get here in the morning and I'm wearing my, this is what I wear when I'm here for training and sparring. And I literally, when I get here, just slip it on like this. I don't have the mic wire, but that's as easy as it is to put it on. And then I just kind of pull this down for modesty more than actually fitting and make some adjustments. And then it's on. And I just spar for an hour like this. And then when I'm done, I can just slip it off and put it in my bag and dry it out in the sun and then wash it a couple of times a week. So it's super convenient. I like that I can just slip it on over my shorts in training. One, because I don't wear it when I'm like kicking a bag or something like that. I only wear it for clinching and sparring. But two, I actually kind of like making it visible because so many times boys have asked me like, oh, does it hurt when girls get hit there? And I'm like, let me elbow you in the mouth and you can tell me whether it hurts or not. But kind of having it visible, kind of making people aware of the fact that non-testicle bodies need protection, I think it's kind of cool. I think bringing awareness to that kind of like sets a weird equality in the gym space for that kind of protection. So I wear it over my shorts when I'm training. I wear it under my shorts when I'm fighting. And through the generosity of Lobloo, I've been able to give Lobloo to a couple of Thai women. I think maybe like probably like a dozen Thai women I've been able to give a Lobloo to, and they are so terrified of and then totally into it. Like they're very afraid of it at first because it's drawing attention to your groin, which is like totally embarrassing, but then they actually really want the protection. And I was helping Sao Sing before a fight put hers on and helping her in the corner to like retighten it between rounds and stuff like that. So this is a very cool addition. Thank you to Usama being able to donate these to Thai women as well. So if you want to order a Lobloo, either the female groin guard or the male groin guard, they have a wide selection. Again, you don't have to worry about sizes. Just make a choice between whether you want the slightly shorter free or whether you want the Aeroslim. Both are amazing protection. You don't have to worry about size. It's just like a slight preference in terms of the length of it. Go to lobloo.com, and if you use the promo code CREWFUND, which is all caps and there's no space, KRUFUND, you get a discount, and they give 10%. You get a 5% discount, and they give 10% of that sale to the Crew Fund, which is supporting the legends and crews in the Muay Thai library, which means an incredible lot to me. It's very much Lobloo and I love having this partnership because our values are aligned, which is really cool. So definitely go get yourself one or two if you want to keep one in your fight bag as well. They're incredibly durable. They're incredibly good. They last forever. This is the gray, and then now this is the new one that this is going to last forever, so I'll just have two. But this is the new Freestyle and the Aeroslim. So the difference between these two really is just the slight length here, and then the rubber part doesn't come off on the Free, whereas it's removable on the Aeroslim. So hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope you've learned something about protecting your body and confidences and things like that. And thank you to Lobloo for sponsoring me and the Muay Thai Library. It really means a lot to me in helping with the Crew Fund. It's a good company, it's good people, and honestly, there's nothing else like it on the market, so it's incredibly good that it's such a good product.